Alright, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, you guys can see and hear me fine. Let's start with US 30 because I feel like that's the easiest one. Alright, on US 30, these are zones that I drew last time. Um, but either way, there's no other zones for me to mark. So I'm not going to erase these zones. I'm also not going to draw new ones because there is no new ones. I didn't want, you guys know, I didn't want US 30 to go to all time highs because it's really hard for me to trade it because there's no zones up here. So I know for a fact I'm not going to be trading US 30. Like this could be a 1 hour supply zone here, but I just know it's a it's not really a zone. You know, the move that it made down wasn't like supply worthy. Same thing with the 90-minute zone. The zone closed out with a huge wick, so I'm not gonna count it as a supply zone. Um, Down to the 30-minute. This right here could have been a zone if the basing candle was green. So no zone there. Down to the 15-minute time frame. And again, same thing. No zones. Yeah. The only zone that yeah, not really. I was gonna say this 3 hour supply zone here that got ran through, but it already got like chopped on, so it's not really a good zone to mark. Let me erase them. This kind of looks like a 15-minute demand zone, which is fine, but the only thing kind of wrong with this 15-minute demand zone is that it's far away from price. Yeah. So by the time we get down here, it's like I already missed the shorts. So what's the point in taking a trade? 10-minute time frame. Maybe this could be a zone. So it's just like the zones that I have, I would say are weak ones. And there are also zones that just haven't been tapped into, which is not good. Yeah. Usually I would want to have some sort of zone, you know, basically above this pre-market range, and then I would trade the breakout out of this range here. But since I don't have any zones, I'm most likely going to miss that trade cuz I don't have any zones. Yeah, I this isn't a bias for like US 30, but I'm hoping that it goes down. That way we get, if we go down here and we're down here tomorrow, then we might have more zones to mark out. Okay. Well, I know for a fact I won't be trading US 30, so I'm most likely not going to look at it today. Am I trading today? I don't think I'll be trading today cuz I'm not going to be able to trade my main accounts. If I do trade, it'll be like evalves. Why didn't you stream on Friday? I didn't trade, so I was like, let me not show up. I also overslept, so that's why I didn't stream on Friday. But for Friday, I definitely missed out. I missed out an A+ setup. Not gonna lie, like I would have taken longs on US 30 and Nasdaq as soon as the market opened up. So I definitely missed that, but it's fine. And then same shit with fucking Nasdaq. Like I don't see any good zones. close to price. So I don't think I'll miss out on too much today. Hopefully. Yeah, there's nothing on the 4 hour time frame that is close to price. I mean, maybe this 4 hour supply zone up here. Down to the 3 hour time frame. I mean, I know we have a couple of 3 hour supply zones, but again, they're just far away from price, so it's not good enough. It's too far from price. Did they approve your payout? I don't know. I haven't gotten an email. I did see on their website that it takes 2 days to like know if it got approved or not, but that's what the website says. We'll see. I know it's today's the second business day, so hopefully it gets approved today. That's what I'm praying for. Already up 2K on gold and that shorts pre-market. Damn. I would just call it a day. On the 2 hour time frame, like I just don't see anything close to price. One hour time frame. I guess this could be a 1 hour supply zone. I'll mark it down. Right now, what I'm really looking for is just some sort of zone right below price and then maybe above these highs here. That way I could maybe trade this breakout trade. But the only way I would trade a breakout trade is if there's good volume, which there could be a chance that it's choppy today. Let me double check news because I haven't checked at all. I know we have a couple red folder news this week, which is good. Let's see. Okay, so we have no high impact news today. So maybe that could be a reason to the market being slow today. Maybe. We'll see. This looks like a good 30-minute supply zone. Damn, this could be a 30-minute supply zone, especially since the market tapped into this area and we rejected the zone. So I do like this 30-minute zone, even though it is small. Let me drink water. I feel dehydrated. This could be yeah, it could be a 30-minute zone. But I want to see what price looks like around this area. Yeah, never mind. If this bounce was clean, then I would have kept the zone, but it's not that clean. It is clean on the 5-minute time frame though. $15-minute time frame. don't see anything. Okay, this could be a zone. The only thing wrong with this zone is that it's far away from price. Oh yeah, that's way too. I mean, we could get there, right? The market could open up and it could get down there, but I think if it gets down here, then I've already missed on the shorts quite a bit. So I think, uh, like, I know I'm not trading today, most likely, but if I was to take a trade, I think it would be either longs or shorts off of this 5 minute demand zone down here. But again, it's like I don't even like 5 minute zones. So I feel like I really wouldn't take this trade if I was to be trading. Yeah. Alright, well, this could also be kind of a 5 minute zone. Would I take a trade off of this zone? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't because it's not really that good of a zone. It's a 5 minute zone. And VWAP's going to be right there. So, yeah. I don't know. Today, I would say today so far, like, it looks tough. For me. For me. But really quick, I'm just going to do support and resistance. Yeah, I don't think like I feel like if I actually was trading, I wouldn't take a trade unless price got up to this 30-minute supply zone up here, or if it broke these lows and it closed out below this 50% line down here. But if I saw that, like, again, I would need to see that break and retest. It's just the only thing wrong with these zones is that it's far away from price. So it's like if the move happens at 9:30, like I would most likely miss out on it. Unless we get up here really quick. Unless we get to these zones really quick and the volume is really good, then that'd be different. But I think if there's low volume today, then I usually wouldn't trade it. Wait, did I say the right thing? If it's low volume, I'm not gonna trade it. That was looking mint. Is that good or bad? I mean, I think it looks bad. I think the US 30 looks. It don't look good. For me. For me. What I do like about US 30 is this pre market range here. I think it'd be a good breakout to trade if there's good volume. Because if there's low volume, you will most likely see like fake outs where just take out these highs and these lows and then it comes back to do this. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother marking up US 30 either. Don't If I was actually trading today, the only way I would trade US 30 is if maybe if it came down to either this 10-minute demand zone or this 15-minute demand zone, but the move to this area is like really big. So the only way I would actually trade it is if we get down here with really good volume. which we have a chance of, but I don't know. For some reason, I just think it's going to be choppy today. But again, we'll see. Oh, wow. I'm already done charting. Let's see session liquidity. Okay. We got London highs, Asian highs. So I think that means a lot of people are bullish. I feel like the only way I would be bullish is if price actually stays above VWAP. Yeah. Yeah, I think if price gets above 218, the longs could continue all the way up to this, to the highs basically. That'd be a good move. The only way I would take that trade is if, yeah, price. Damn, price is just far away from this trade. So I don't know. There just has to be really good volume. I don't like how today looks. Not gonna lie. I think it's looked better before for sure. Which webcam do you use? The Osmo Pocket 3. We'll see what the market does. I'm really just watching the markets today. I'm actually happy that I'm not going to be trading my main accounts. Because I think today would be like a low probability day for me. It's just there is no strong zones that are close to price. How much was your payout for? It was 2,000 times 20 accounts. So 40K in total. And the goal, honestly, the goal, if this payout gets approved, like the goal is to do the bare minimum in order to get that 40K payout. Again, twice in a month. That's the goal. But I just have to remind myself that just take it slow. Take it slow. Don't get too excited. I'm like double checking to see if I see like extra good zones that I missed out on, but I don't see anything. But I do think if NASDAQ breaks these lows and it stays below, I think that would be a good trade. Something like this. If I was to be in the short, I would try to target this 15-minute demand zone. But it's a big move. So, like, we'll really need to see really good opening, really good volume. Another trade could also be longs off of this 15-minute zone. The only way I would take that is if I see something like this. Boom. If I do take the longs, that would be me betting that it'll be a choppy market, most likely. If I took longs here, I would try to target VWAP or this 5-minute zone here. Even this would be a good trade. It would just be, I think it'd be a choppy trade. And then again, I wouldn't take a trade off of this zone here because of VWAP. Do you just trade New York session or do you trade Asia, London as well? I really only trade New York session. I've tried to be the trader that trades Asian to like, grind it out and stuff, but I've never been good at trading Asian. Like just bad things happen. I don't know why. And then London session, if I did trade it, it was when I used to work overnights and I would trade on my phone. So it was bad. It was just bad. So my experience with Asian London is bad. I would say it's kind of good with gold. If I did trade Asian session gold, it was with eValves. Opening gap IFVG. I don't know why. When I hear IFVG, like, I don't know why, guys, but it makes me, like, giggle. I don't know. Can you do a video on how to scale accounts? What do you mean? Like, how to get used to trading multiple? Maybe. I feel like that's the main way to scale with trading right now. Just have a lot of accounts. Dang, we got 7 more minutes for market open. Let's see what this Trump tracker says. Okay, I don't think there's anything we have to worry about. Close press, yeah. I don't think it has a speech today, so that's good. Oh, I did want to check earnings for this week. Let me see. It looks like we have I think Coca-Cola earnings is important for US 30. I'm pretty sure Coca-Cola is part of US 30. I think. And I feel like the rest of the earnings like don't really matter for Nasdaq. I know McDonald's is part of US 30 as well, so that might be important. I mean, McDonald's is also like fucking big company, so I wouldn't be surprised if it like shakes up US 30. Hopefully it comes out bad so US 30 goes down. Not the DraftKings earnings. That do you guys think DraftKings is like real? I don't know why. I think it's like scamish. Maybe because it's new. I also just think like sports betting is like rigged for some reason. I don't know why. I just think that. Especially for the UFC. I think it's kind of rigged. What happened to your payout? I don't know. I don't know if it's approved or not. I have to wait. Are you in a trade right now? No. No, the market hasn't opened up. Can you give my YouTube a shout out? I mean, I'm gonna try to, but I don't know how to say that name. Faz3RL, like that's hard to shout out. I feel like you need a better name so I could shout it out. How do you trade a trailing drawdown? When I see the profit, I take it. That's really it. Like when I was trading with drawdown, I'd aim for a 1 to 2 and like that's it. And then I'd be done for the day. and it worked. My original plan was to go for a 1-to-1, but then I was like, that's so stupid of me, because most of my trades hit over a 1-to-2. So yeah, so I just did bare minimum 1-to-2. Once it hit, I locked in the profit, and that was that. Called it a day. DraftKings is legit. Sports betting's just donations. I thought DraftKings was sports betting. Does TradeSella delete all your past trades when you trade to a PA account? I I wouldn't be surprised if it does, but I'm kind of sure that it keeps it. But then your account gets deleted because it changes to a PA one. So I don't know. That's a good question. All right, what is this? One more minute for market to open. Let's see. I think if it comes up to VWAP, like it has to be really strong, whether it rejects it or we bounce off of it. Whatever happens, I just don't want to be close to VWAP. If we stay around VWAP, I think it'll be choppy. I'm saying, to me, sports betting is like giving donations because you lose more than you win, the average person at least. Yeah, that's what I think too. I feel like unless you grew up looking at sports and shit, that you'll be good at it. Okay, it's going down. That's good. Okay, I would say there's really good volume. Let's see how this 1 minute candle here closes. Again, I think if it closes below 968 or 977, the shorts are going to continue. Oh, yeah, that's not a good candle close for shorts. At least not yet. Yeah, it looks like the longs are coming from here. If this candle closes above 996, then I think I would usually take longs here. Yeah, if it breaks this wick here, I think I would, again, if I was trading, I would try longs here. But not yet, because it hasn't broken this wick here. There you go. I would go in long here. I would want my stops to be at the low, but that'd be really, really wide. So I think honestly I would just keep it tight, which is 100 ticks. I would say it's too tight. Definitely a risky trade. But I know I would still take it because I wouldn't want to risk more than 100 ticks. And then I would target 122 at least. But I think if the longs continue, they could go up to 124. So I'm basically betting that the market is going back into the range. Again, this is a trade idea. I'm not actually taking this trade. I think if I really took this trade, I would have sized down. That way, my stops could be all the way at the lows. But then if I did that, then like, I don't know. Then I would need to target really far away for the risk to reward to make sense. Okay, we almost got stopped out there. But it looks like it just bounced off of this white line here. Yeah, this would have been a W day. I would have hit TP2 there. I know myself though, if I saw the longs coming in that strong, I probably would have been greedy and like try to target this much. But now that I think about it, I don't know. Maybe I would have scaled out as well. Leave the rest at break even. Either way, this trade is good. I mean, hit over 200 ticks, over a 1 to 2. Thank you, Lonnie. Just made 1,500. Nice. Get in and out. Get in and out. Because you know what? Even though it's good volume, there's no direction. At least not yet. At least on the smaller time frame. Unless we break the lows and like, make lower lows, but I think right now it's choppy. I want to see if it hits VWAP though. You won't trade today? No. I'm not trading my main accounts because I don't want to mess with the payout. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go. The payout just got approved. Payout, oh my god. I'm not joking, it just got approved. Let me log into my Apex account. Hold up, gotta get the numbers here. Oh my god, it got approved. Whoa. W's in the chat, and they took out the money. Now my balances are at 2,125 on most accounts. Damn. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh, you guys have no idea. Damn. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like a very emotional person. That's just crazy. I don't know what to say. Thank you, Jameson. I'm sorry. I'm just like not good at talking and like crying. I can't believe it. Like, and look at that full TP hit. Oh gosh. It's just that's crazy. Like, I was so stressed. Like, what if the payout doesn't get approved and shit? But I was just praying, like, God, please. Whew. It's crazy because, like, everything was done on the stream. And, like, I've been talking about months about this 40K month, 40K payout plan. Like, literally, this. I made this months ago. And now it's, like, real. Oh my god. And like now it's real. Like I could really have an 80K month. Damn, I'm sorry. I'm just such a baby. I'm very emotional, so I don't care. I'm gonna show it all. Shit, all the trades were done on stream. I just got here. You got the payout. Yeah, it just got approved. Yo, they took out the money. They updated this here, and it says approved. The balances they took out the money, so yo. Now it's getting want to hit that bank. 40K check, like what? That's unheard of. Where else could I do that? Like what? It's crazy. Damn. Thank you guys. Duh, this crazy too, cause this was literally me. I promise you guys, this was me. I was up at 1 in the morning. I could not sleep. That's crazy. Cause I was like, damn, like if it gets denied, like I'm gonna be very upset. But you gotta risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, that's crazy. Am I gonna trade these accounts today? No. I already missed out. Uh I missed out on the trade. But at least I called it out. I know someone made money off of it, so that's good. I don't think I would have taken this trade though, I'm not gonna lie. Cause it's a 5 minute zone, but it played out really well. It did. Yo, and it's literally what I expected. I expected the market to go back into the range. And it's not like I predicted it, but what really made me take long is just this right here, the bounce off of the zone. That's the only thing I went off of. Can you show us when it hits your bank? I mean, it's literally gonna look like this. I'll show you what it's gonna look like. It'll look like this because I have Chase. This is exactly what it's gonna look like. Now it's chopping up at VWAP, so we'll see if it actually continues to go higher. I wouldn't trade this unless it gets far away from VWAP. Then I would actually trade it. Did I visualize and manifest? I like I want to say I did, but not consistently. Like I didn't meditate. I haven't meditated for like 2 weeks. Not gonna lie. And like before I thought that like I needed to like meditate and shit so like my mind could be right. And like at first you do. Like at first you need something like that. But I feel like at a certain point like it's just the skill of trading, you know? Reading price. Just like I did. I read price every single day. Doing the same thing, same trade. I think that's what actually got me the payout. Not like, well, like I manifested it. Like, no. Like, it was a skill. Every trade was like just pure skill. Reading price. That was it. That was the main thing. I prayed, of course. I prayed. I talked to God. But when I pray, like, I don't beg. I'm about. Oh my god, I'm so emotional. Sorry, guys. I'm really a crybaby. Is it the money or the goal of hitting 40K? I would say both. Do you believe in Jesus? I mean, I believe in God, yeah. Of course. I know, like, I can't talk too much because then I'll start crying. Oh, I just can't believe it. That's crazy. How much did you pay for the 20 accounts, if you don't mind me asking? I believe in total, what I invested was it was 19 per eval. I'm pretty sure, or it was 16. It was during the 90% sale, and then the activation fee was 65. So I think it was around $80 per account. Let's just say it was around 80. Yeah, 1600. And I just like almost 40x that money. You know, the return on investment is like actually insane. Percentage wise, it's, I don't know the percent, but it's a big, return on investment. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's what it is. How long till you started to get it? Get what? I think the craziest part is like it's so early on into February that I could get another 40K payout these next 3 weeks. That's like, that's like, whoa, 80K month. That's like Wolf of Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street, like when he asked like how much did you make this month? He says like what, 70K or something? I'm gonna be in my Wolf of Wall Street era. No, 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 not really, not actually. He's my ego though. You know. Do you give your strategy for free? Yeah. I talk about it every morning on stream. I execute it every morning on stream, and I made a video about it before the year started. And I have a free course. Your alter ego, yeah. Do you trade differently in the evaluation than the PAs? Yeah. Way different. Like, way different. On the evals, it's all in, all YOLO, full on Danny trades, full porting. When the PAs, it's like really, really calm. You guys saw it. It took 21 trading days. It was slow, steady, less is more type of thing. That's what it was. How long did it take you to get 20 accounts? Uh, I'm not joking. It took, with these accounts, it took, I'm not joking, like 2 minutes or 1 minute. Because I went in with 10 contracts, and I know it's stupid, but that's how I traded the evals. I went in, I went in with 10 contracts, full contracts, by the way. And then I only needed like this big of a move. So it was like a 60 tick move. And then I hit full TP, made 3K in all the accounts, and that was that. That was it. Hey honey, how's it going? First time in your chat, obviously nice to meet you too. Yeah, just I got a 40K payout approved, so like I was crying. I usually don't cry in the streams. Okay, but like, all the emotions hit me, so like I'm a crybaby. It came out. CPI coming up. I think CPI is really good for evals too. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Like evals that are 1 day pass, obviously. You set orders. But I will say it's very risky because you never know if it's a CPI that has like a huge wick in the bottom. Because if it has a wick in the bottom and like it takes you into the trade, you're done for. You're donezo. It has to be a CPI candle where it goes straight up in that direction, which usually happens. But there is times where like it has a nasty wick, so you have to be careful. Price stops me out, then goes into my direction. Down $500 unfunded first two trades. If that was your first two trades and it stops you out like that, you're probably very pissed off. So I'd call it a day. Like walk away. Trade evals. Unless you want to YOLO your funded, then like I don't know. But me, I would suggest like walk away. Wait for tomorrow. Shit, I'd be pissed off if that happened to me. It has happened. It literally happened with these accounts. And I had to walk away because I was pissed off. And I knew like if I kept trading, I was donezo. The payout would have left. Will you be able to replicate that? Replicate what? I know I can bounce back, but it hurts like hell. It does. It sucks. That's the discipline you need though. That's literally the discipline everyone talks about with trading. That's it right there. It's like when you're pissed off and you really want to like do something, you walk away. What's your win rate? I mean, let's see. I think it says like 65. But then again, some of the trades that I took were like off. So it messes up the numbers, I think. It really depends on the week though. Okay, here. So with the 21 trading days, it says the win rate was 76%. I've never had it that high. Oh wait, no. That's the day win. My bad. It's actually 65. So I've had it at 65. That seems right on the dot. Right on the dot. It feels like more though. Especially recently. It definitely feels like more. But that just goes to show you like you don't need an insane win rate. You just need good risk to reward ratio and like good self-control. That's it. You don't need a crazy strategy. Did you take that? Did I take this trade? No. Because my accounts weren't like ready to trade. Now they are. But earlier they weren't ready, so I wasn't looking for a trade. Like actually to trade. I also didn't like the setup, so I'm not sure if I actually would have taken this trade. But yeah, I did call it out. I said, boom, we're rejecting this 5 minute demand zone here. And then I said on the break of structure here, I would go long. And I said I would target VWAP because that would be me betting that the market is going to go back inside of this range. And then I said if it stays at VWAP, it's going to be choppy. And it's choppy right now. Or it looks choppy. Let's look at the 15-minute range. I want to see how big it is. Yeah, this 15-minute range is huge. It's a 200-point range. But when you zoom out, we just went back inside of the range. So it's like we're just moving sideways. And another thing I said this morning was I said, I don't know why, but I think it's going to be choppy. The reason I said that is because there is no higher time frame supply and demand zones that are close to price. The only zones that I do have close to price are on the smaller time frame. So that was another reason. And then on US 30, I said a good trade would be the breakout out of this pre-market range. But then I also said if it breaks out of here, I'm not going to have like an actual zone to take the trade off from, so I'm most likely going to miss it. I also wasn't looking at US 30 because it's right at all-time highs. The zones that I do have are on a smaller time frame. So yeah. I mean, like, I think the shorts really came in, but I feel like it also, yeah, it had these nasty wicks up here. Yeah, I think NASDAQ was better to trade. But it was only better to trade if you didn't take a breakout trade. If you were expecting a breakout trade, you lost. So most likely if you took a short right here at these lows, which I was taking shorts, but I didn't have a candle close that was good enough. So I switched it. I said, okay, we're rejecting this area here. If we break structure to the upside, I'm going to go in long. What strategy do you use? Supply and demand. But it's like supply and demand breakouts. You know, like I'll trade supply and demand, but it's like also the opposite. Or no, I guess it's like inverse supply and demand, right? Because it like disrespects the zone. So then, okay, I'm like, okay, let me take a breakout trade here. I don't know. Like, I don't think it has a name except supply and demand. But it's also not the supply and demand that you usually would trade. You know? It's just down to I mark the zones. How does price react to the zones? Then I take the trade. Like, regular supply and demand is like, oh, like I have a zone here. I'm going to go long here. Or I'm going to go short here. To me, it's like, I don't care what way we go. I just need to read the price action at the zone. Did your Apex payment come through? I don't think it'll come through until, honestly, maybe by the end of this week. Hopefully sooner. I think it'll take about 3 days. So yeah, maybe by the end of this week I'll actually get the money. And then maybe by the end of the month, maybe I'll request another payout. That's the goal. But yeah, I was thinking about like what's the plan going into that, cuz I do have 20, 22, 2,500 left in drawdown, which like isn't bad. Cuz that's actually what I started with. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to just the bare minimum, like, and I know it sucks, but the bare minimum for me is like getting out at a 1 to 2 and like calling it a day. I think that's what I'm going to do. Cuz I think that's like one of the best ways I trade. It's just by getting in and out. Like I know I have the ability to like hold the trades, but I think in reality if I was to take this trade, I think I would have closed it out at a 1 to 2. And I feel like that's just, I don't know, it's better mentally for me. The only way I would the only way I would hold on to trades is if it's quick. Like I need to see quick price action. Then I would hold the trade. But honestly, if I saw something like this, I would close it out pretty quickly. Another thing I need to fix is the profit factor. Like it's not at a 1 to 2, and it's not at a 1 to 2 because there was some trades where like I did mistakes, and the mistake is like trailing it too tight and like not leaving it at break even. That was a mistake, and it obviously messed up my profit factor. It's not perfect. Oh, same thing here. Average win, average loss is basically a 1 to 1. Again, because I trailed some of the trades too tight. So I need to let the trades breathe more. Just trust the trade more. But yeah, there's definitely room for improvement. Another thing is, when was it? Maybe it was this day. Yeah, it was this day. I'm pretty sure. This day I missed out on the shorts. Well, I didn't miss out on it, but like I didn't take profit when I should have, and it stopped me at like break even basically. And I was so upset at myself because I know if I took the take profit when I should have, I could have requested the payout on Tuesday. So I was like very emotional this day. I was very upset, and it caused me to take a trade that I usually wouldn't take. It's like a not an A plus setup. It was like a F setup. Like it was horrible. And yet I still took it and I tried again. So I definitely like got FOMO, and it was just another emotional mistake. It was. But I was very emotional because of the payout. Sucks to admit, but like it's the truth. So I would just say like, again, the mistake here, this all could have been avoided if I didn't trail the trade that tight. I should have let the trade breathe. I think that's my only mistake these past few days. But some good things that I did was like actually waiting for A plus setup. And it's good. All of the trades that I did take and were winners. Where is it? What was I gonna say? They were all trades that like I've taken before, that I take consistently, and they were all trades that I said I would take. They were trades that I said, okay, if price is this, then I'm gonna take that. If price is this, then I'm gonna take that. And again, like it wasn't me predicting price, it was me reading price. It was really good. It was really good. What do you do after your training session for the whole day? It depends on the day, you know. I think it could be way better if the weather was better. But unfortunately, like I live in New York. So the weather right now is like horrible. It's really bad. So I can't be outside and like get sunlight. If it was in the summer, after trading, I would go on a walk. I would walk the dogs, or I just go on a walk, and it'd be good because I get sunlight. I'd put some steps in, but recently it hasn't been that good. Like, I'll stop trading and, like, I don't know. I'll eat breakfast. I'm not too productive like I would be during the summer. So I don't know, but I think it'll change. I think once the weather gets better, like, I'll be outside more, getting active, getting sunlight. Another thing I do after training is just like spending time with my girlfriend. Thank God I have a girlfriend, honestly, cuz she gives me purpose, you know? How do you grade today's setup and why? Oof, I don't know. I want to say it's A plus, but I know I would have been hesitant to take this trade because it's a 5 minute zone. I don't know. I grade it like a B. I'm not sure if I would have taken it, like, actually. Does she trade too? She wants to, but like her job is right at New York Open. It's just like it's hard for her to trade at work. Cause she be busy. And then, like, with her, we're trying to get into like Asian gold, and I can't really help her with that because I'm not good at trading Asian session gold. I'm only good at full porting it, for the evals. So it's hard. Good morning and congratulations. Thank you. Do you use a copy trader? Yes. I use Tradeovate's copy trader though. I don't use a third party copy trader like Tradecopia, TradeSyncer, because I've just had issues with platforms like that. I've had issues with TradeSyncer. So it's just hard for me to, like, trust it, you know? That's just me though. Maybe your experience might be different, but for me it's like when I traded with TradeSyncer, it messed up. I think it was twice or three times in 5 days, in a trading week, and like that messed up my profits, and that pissed me off. So I was like, fuck TradeSyncer. I don't like it. It messes with my money. It does. So now I don't use anything like that. I just use, you know, uh, the copy traders that are already built into the platform you're trading on. Like I use Tradeovate's copy trader, and then if it's the X platform, like TopSap X, then I would use TopSap X copy trader. But I think the most, mm, like the copy trader with TopSap X is clean, but it's like it's also TopSap X. So TopSap X, I just feel like you can't trust too much now. I don't know. And then TopSap has been on some bullshit. Like, honestly, it's been weird. I don't know. TopSap is giving me weird vibes. And I hate to say it, because I feel like TopSap was or is one of the best. But I don't know. They've been doing weird stuff. Have you touched 100K in payouts already? Yeah. I touched it last year. Can you make a short video on how to copy trade on Tradeovate? Yeah. I feel like I have. But it's unlisted. which means only people with the link could see it. Let me see if I can make it public. But another way you could get it is just like literally search up on YouTube how to use TradeObase Copy Trader and it'll pop up. There's a lot of videos on it. Did you buy all the evals at once, then connect them to TradeObase? Yeah. Yes. And I basically for the evals, I full ported them. Not gonna lie, that's what I did. But I full ported it on NQ with 10 contracts. So I only needed 60 ticks to get the 3K. But again, it was really risky because it's 10 contracts. You know what? Maybe I'm lying. I feel like, no, I'm not. It was 10 contracts. I was going to say maybe it was 5, but it was 10 contracts that I passed with. I remember because I was doing it with 5 and then I saw that it had a limit of 10 contracts, which is not normal for 50K accounts, but I feel like Apex does it so you could blow your account. Bro, and this just goes to show like Apex does pay. You just have to follow their rules. Like I didn't get this payout because I'm a big affiliate with them. I don't have an affiliate code yet. Now I think I would get one for sure. For sure. Because I know they just pay if you just follow their rules. But I feel like I would only advertise Apex when like they have the 90% sale. Cause like why would you buy it at an 80% sale when they have 90% like almost every month? How do you feel about the trailing drawdown on Apex? Like it's shit. Like it's bad, but I mean, I don't know. It's something you have to deal with because it's a prop firm at the end of the day, and prop firms obviously they want you to lose money, so you have to do what most people don't do, which is take it slow. Most people they don't take it slow. They don't have rules that they follow. They don't have a system in place. So most people lose. At the end of the day, like it's really just a numbers game. Like actually, you need to know your numbers. If you know your numbers, you know your plan. If you know your plan, you just have to follow it, and if you follow your plan, you might get a payout. Are there any that let you trade shares? Like stock shares? I don't know of a prop firm that does that. I do know there is prop firms with options. I've heard of that before. Damn, I'm like really ashy. Like my skin's dry because of the cold. I only know how to trade shares. If you know how to trade shares, you will know how to trade futures. Oh, yeah, because it's just buy and sell. I would say futures like the easiest thing to trade. The only thing with futures is like you can't trade a separate company. You know, you can't trade Tesla futures. I don't think so. I don't think so. You can't trade separate companies. It's only like, you know, I guess the main stocks, main index, metals, oil. It seems confusing. It's not, you know. It's just like regular trading. I would say it's easier than the shares. It's easier to calculate, you know, cuz you just buy and sell contracts. I need to stop talking cuz like I don't know how to explain it properly. So I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna chill out before I sound silly. Cuz like, I don't have the right words to like, you know, explain futures. I don't. Options prop firms would be interesting. Yeah, they do. If you know how to trade options. Like, I really, I don't know. I think like I'm a very slow trader. Like, I'm not that nerdy, you know? I don't know. Like, I don't know too much about trading. I just know what I know. I just know what works for me. Cause like I tried trading with options and like I don't know if it's me or like the material that I was trying to learn off from, but I couldn't understand it. And like I tried trading options, but it was like options earnings. So I also don't have too much experience with options. I passed my account, then 15 minutes later I lost it. How? If you pass your account, did you keep trading? Did you keep trading after you passed your account? Or was it like an accident? Volatility is strong today. Yeah, it is. Even though it's very choppy, like there's definitely volume because the opening range is huge. The opening range is almost 200 points, which is big. At first, there was just no direction, but it looks like now there is. We got above VWAP, we got far away from it, and we got above the opening range. So now I would say it looks like there's some sort of direction, which is good. I would say it looks bullish. It's just the price action in the beginning was like a bit weird, especially on US 30. Which now that I look at US 30, yeah, I don't think I would have taken this trade. I wouldn't have taken any trade on US 30. It's like that sometimes. I guess I mean this is just very small, but it worked. 10-minute supplies on here. I wouldn't have taken it though. I know I would have missed it. Yeah, it happened way too quick. I feel like today for me would have been a no trade day if I missed out on this trade here. I'm honestly not sure if I would have taken this. I feel like it's 50-50. Maybe if I was in the mood to like really risk it, I would have taken it. I lost a lot, even though I wasn't risking much. I stared at the screen and said to myself, what just happened? Did you black out? I feel like, traders go through that phase. We just black out in the beginning. Yeah, it happens. I've been averaging. Do you use hotkeys? No. No. I've thought about using hotkeys, but then I was like, what if I press it on accident? To have a gaming keyboard and like it's really sensitive. So that's why I haven't thought about using hotkeys. I've been averaging 1% a day trading shares, and I think I'm ready to grow or scale up. Yeah, you never know until you try it. for sure. I need a correlation and spy on the 15-minute. I took the breakout of open highs on NQ and another scalp on the pullback to win today. I'm out. Nice. Any tips on holding better? I feel like in order to hold, like, there needs to be good volume. You also just need, like, an actual reason to hold. Why do you think it's going to go up to that certain TP? Or is it just a random TP? You know? Like, you need to have some sort of, real reason to why you're holding on the charts, not just money wise. Did they approve your payout? Yeah, they did. They did. They just approved it a couple minutes ago. Yeah, if you rewind the stream, I shed some tears. I can't believe I did that. But I was like, I'm not about to turn off the camera. It's already on. And plus, like, I showed every trade on stream. Like, why not show my actual reaction? Like, I was so numb to requesting the payout. You can see in the payout video. Like, I was just so chill about it because I was just scared that it would get denied. So, like, I wasn't, it really didn't click. So, I was like, it still has to get approved. Like, I'm not going to be happy. I don't want to get too excited if it gets denied. So, like, I was just really numb to it. And, like, once I saw it get approved, like, it actually hit me. Like, whoa. 40K payout, baby. It's crazy. I would have to learn how to trade futures. Yeah, I think if you're a good trader, like you said, like on shares, you have good trading skill, like maybe you could pass that on with prop firms and be a good prop firm trader. But again, if you want to be a good prop firm trader, like, you just have to be a good trader. You have to be kind of detached from the payout, from all the money. That way, you can actually trade. Also, I feel like some people, like, they're really good traders on their live account. And then when they go to prop firms, it's like, it's hard for them to take it serious. So they struggle with it. So you got to keep that in mind. Like, just because it's a prop firm doesn't mean anything. You have to take it serious. Congrats, that's huge. Thank you. I think I followed you when you had the turtle hat on. That was a while ago. That's funny. When you pass. When you pass, you should reset the next day. Yeah. Yeah, when you pass your account, you're done. You gotta celebrate, and then show up the next day. You already like finished what you were supposed to do. Same thing with a payout. Like for me, for example, I found out I only needed $4,100, so that's exactly what I targeted. Once I saw 4,100, close out the trade, locked in the payout. That was that. And I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do the bare minimum. Because, like, what's the point of making extra money if the payout is capped, right? What's the point of making extra money in the eValve if you're not going to get paid from it? The only goal on the eValve is to get the certain profit goal. So once you hit the profit goal, that was that. You already hit the goal. So just take it. Do the bare minimum. What's the most profit you made last year? Like, in a month, the most I made last year was like 21K. And like, that's the most I've ever done in a month was 20K, around there. And then like, I literally just doubled that personal record to 40K. which it might be 80K. Like I have a really good chance of hitting 80K. The only way I got there was by having 20 funded accounts. That's the only way. It's not like I made an insane amount of profit. No. I just hit base hits throughout multiple accounts, and then I took multiple payouts. How long have you been trading and how old are you? I get that question every day. I'm 21. I turned 22 in September, so I'm a baby. I look like I'm 15. I know. I get that every day. And I'm a girl. I get told, oh, I thought you were a little boy. No, I'm a woman. And I get reminded every month when I get my period. But yeah, I get those are the top three questions or like top three comments I get every day. Oh, and how long have I been trading? Like I would say consistently showing up every single day. I would say like 2 years. Like actually locked in trading every single day. But on and off, I'll be like add 2 more years to that. Cause 2 years before that, like I was on and off with trading. Maybe it was because I was in college. I'm not sure. But even when I was in college, like I I was still all into trading. It was just, I wasn't consistent, you know. I wasn't showing up every day. So it was like on and off. Yeah. Like I think if you're struggling with trading and like you really really want it, the worst thing you could do is like take a break. Take a long break specifically. If you take a short break fine. But if you stop trading for like over a month, then you kind of, I don't know, you lost your mojo. Right now though, like now that I'm making money and stuff, like I feel like I could take a month off and be fine. But like if I was just starting out with trading and like, trying to make money with it, keep going. Even if you keep losing, keep going. Or try to keep going. Because you taking those lessons, those losses like that, and you're getting, I would say like every loss you take, like just tell yourself you're getting closer to that next payout. I remember trading like, higher highs, higher lows. Like it's a slow, how do you do it? Like this. Like it's a slow move up. You're going to have pullbacks in your trading. You just have to keep going. Another thing to tell yourself is the only way to fail is if you quit. That's another thing you have to tell yourself. You also just have to be like very, very faithful. Have trust in God. Have trust in something bigger than yourself. Have the self belief. Like you have to be delusional. What stopped you from getting the bull run right there? Well, I couldn't trade because I was waiting for the payout to get approved. That's why. But then I'm thinking, like, even if I could have traded, I'm not 100% sure that I would have taken this trade here. I don't know. I mean, I called it out. Like, it made sense to me, but I'm not sure if it was a plus setup. Maybe it was. The only thing that, like, kind of doesn't make it a plus is just the 5 minute zone. But if you look at the 5 minute zone, it's a very strong zone, which is why I marked it out. And then I also said that I wouldn't take a trade off of this zone because of VWAP, which I think would have been perfect because Yes, the longs came in, but I also probably would have taken longs over here. And I would have gotten stopped out on some nasty wick just to be right on the direction. So that's why I didn't take them here. Over here, I definitely wouldn't have taken it because I already missed out the move. It already happened down here. And it's also after 10, usually my winning trade hits before 10, or I'm in the trade before then, you know? So that's why. I'm very happy that it got approved though. Oh, you know what? Oh my god. I could have traded today because the payout got approved at 9:08. So technically I could have taken the trade. I wasn't paying attention. It's fine. We're coming back tomorrow better. And the good thing about the market is that if it goes up on Nasdaq, we'll have some higher time frame zones on our way up, which is good. Good for me. I also wanted to check Bitcoin. See where it's at here. I don't know. Some people think this is the bottom. Um and maybe it could be. It could definitely be. But I think it could go lower. And I know some people are going to hate that cuz like everyone's bullish on Bitcoin, of course, but I think it could go lower. We'll see though. We'll see. It's definitely either way it's a good area to buy, right? Cuz it's far away from all-time highs. So I definitely buy this here long term, of course. You know what? Like I can't wait. I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm too excited for tomorrow. I got to chill out. Don't trade, wait for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm definitely not trading today. I already missed out on the setup I would have taken. Maybe. It's a good trade too. I just know that I wouldn't have held it this long. Where are you gonna buy with the 40K? I'm gonna save most of it for sure. But on the second 40K payout, most likely I'm gonna buy a couple things. Most likely on a second 40K payout, I'm going to Hawaii. Most likely. Most likely. I think on the second or third 40K payout, like for sure, we're going to Hawaii. Yeah. Like, it's my girlfriend's dream vacation, and like she's been with me from day one. Day one. I mean, I was 15 years old. So she's seen me fail all my businesses that I've tried. She's seen me cry from all the failures. Like she's been there from day one. So I'd buy us tickets to Hawaii. Take a break. But like honestly, if I go to Hawaii, I'm gonna be trading at 3 in the morning, New York session. I definitely will. Like I know myself. I'm gonna be like, damn, like New York sessions at 3 in the morning. Gotta do what you gotta do. But I think if I go on vacation, like I wouldn't stream on YouTube. I'd probably stream like in the free Discord or something. So I feel like because I only have a laptop and I'm not sure how streaming on a laptop would be, especially if I don't have good Wi-Fi. One of my favorite spots, why that's my profile picture. Damn, where do you think we should go? Like I know I'm gonna buy the tickets, but I feel like the hardest part is like planning the trip because there's so much in Hawaii, like all the islands and stuff, all the activities that you could do, all the beaches. Like there's so much, and I feel like we'd want to do all of it. I just don't know how I would plan that out. Or like, should we stay at an Airbnb or should we stay in an all inclusive or both? There's just so much to plan. And that's also the thing. I was like, if we get a rental, we're not 25. So it's like, hopefully the rental, can we get a rental, if we're like 21, 22? Then I also have to check that out. Because I don't think we're going with anyone that's like over 25. Unless we invite people, but I don't know. Go to Costa Rica. I already went to Costa Rica. We went to Costa Rica last year. It was beautiful. It was. Costa Rica is very green, very, very tropical. The only thing I didn't like about Costa Rica was like, it was beautiful, but when me and my family go on vacation, like, we want a beach, like a really nice beach. And like Costa Rica, I don't know if we went like, to the wrong spots, but we didn't see a really good beach like we wanted to. And like, that was the only thing. But other than that, it was really good. We went to like very beautiful spots. When are you buying your parents a house? I feel like that's like for like when they're way older. Cause right now I feel like they're in a really good spot. Like, and I don't think they would want a new house unless it's like a vacation house. Like somewhere. I don't know, in Puerto Rico. Isla Punta Cana, yes. Yeah. I think it was last year as well. I'm not sure. Maybe it was last year that we went to DR, Dominican Republic. That was beautiful over there. That was. It was nice. I'm not. I think it was Punta Cana. Yeah. There is lots of beautiful beaches in Costa Rica. Damn. We didn't go to the right ones. We didn't. So like the beach that we went to was like not like, the beach you would imagine. It was like a like if you're in New York and you go to a beach up here, you know what I mean. It's like a New York beach. Like it's not the beautiful sand you usually see. It's more of like rocky, I don't know. And the water's not like really like clear blue. It was like the water you don't want to get in, It was that. But again, I think we just went to the wrong one. The beach looked like a Texas beach. I think so. Most likely. I don't know what a Texas beach looks like, but I think I know what you mean. What part of Costa Rica were you in? I know it has something to do with like Jose around there. We went somewhere else, so like three main cities. I know one of the cities had like a really big like old volcano, I think it was. That was nice. San Jose, yeah. And it was somewhere else too, but I forgot. Damn, I don't know what to do today. I'm definitely gonna go to the gym. But I'm gonna go to the gym, like, not the public one. Because I gotta celebrate. I gotta have the loud music. Um, yeah, I just gotta have loud music. But like if I go to a public gym, like I can't really like celebrate it. Do you still trade tops up? Yes. Yes, I do. It's just not my main accounts. Not my main accounts. I did see also that Top Step got basically a new payout cap. So now Top Step has 6K payout cap if your consistency is 40%, which like people were hating on, but it's actually really good. It's not like 30%. 40% like actually good. You can get most of your profit done in one day. So like I don't know why people were like talking shit about it, cuz it's good. You get a bigger payout cap. You just need 40% consistency rule, which like isn't that hard. So this stay at the Marriott Waikiki is walking distance to stores, is right across the street from the beach, and you can Uber to most. Okay, let me let me screenshot that. Okay. Yeah, another thing I wanted to do was like, or no, that my girlfriend wants to do when we go to Hawaii is the like when they hip dance, they like dance really good and then they put the thing on you. It's like a floor necklace. I don't know the name for it, but they put it on you. She wants to do that too. So I think most likely what we'll do is like 1 week in or a couple days in like a hotel so we could have that experience. Maybe all inclusive and then an Airbnb. But it's like if we do the Airbnb, I'm probably gonna want to rent a car because the Uber money stacks up. The Uber money's crazy. And I don't know if the Ubers are like expensive over there or what. Do you watch trading YouTubers, any small ones? Yeah. Yeah. I'm also friends with like a couple small YouTubers. Like not actually friends, but like we'll talk, like we'll chit chat. Like Mario trades, like we check up on each other sometimes. Like see how our training's doing. We talk about YouTube sometimes. Another one's like Ja Trades. I think that's his name. Andre Trades. I talk to him sometimes. Um, but he's like not a small YouTuber. Like he's pretty big. He's at what 40K subscribers. What's another trader? I don't know. I also watch a couple traders. Like I watch TJR because I think he's really entertaining. I like TJR, but I also don't like a couple things that he does. Nor trades. Of course, like his whole series of exposing YouTubers. That is just chef's kiss. I mean, someone had to do it, and I feel like he was a perfect guy. But he's also a bit of a hypocrite, so I don't know. I feel like when I watch traders, like it's most 90% of the time is for entertainment. Like I don't watch traders to learn something because I already have what I have. So like I don't need to add to it. Unless like if I'm on a losing streak and like I'm like overthinking shit, which does happen sometimes, then I'll watch like, actual trading videos. But like it never sticks. I always just stick to um supply and demand. I can't say I'm a TJR fan. I can do without. Yeah, like I'm not a big fan, but like he's so big that it's hard to avoid him. So like I'm not gonna be a hater if he's always popping up on my screen. Have you seen Tweaking Trader, aka the Gambler? No. Like I try not to follow traders that like make fun about being unprofitable cuz I don't want that in my head. I like watching like traders that are really about trading. I don't like watching gamblers unless I do like watching Danny trades, the gambler. You guys know him most likely. But it's literally for entertainment. Like I'll watch him while I'm making breakfast, you know, cuz it's funny. It's funny. It really is. Like I like I'll watch people that like just don't take it serious for pure entertainment. It's just like, damn, like I would not do that. Like why is he doing that, you know? Like I watch if I'm watching a really bad trader, like it's for entertainment. And it's to remind myself of the things to not do. Oh, anyone know like 0 Day J? Maybe. 0 Day J, I watch him for entertainment. I think he's a funny trader. Tips on building fresh accounts. I'm fine when I have a buffer, but struggle with new accounts, especially after initial loss right away. Um, yeah, I can understand that. I would say like for building a fresh account, take it slow. Don't try to rush building the account, especially after a loss. Don't rush into getting that next win. Like just have an idea of what actually is a good trade and just wait for it. That's it. And like the hardest part is waiting for it when you're mad after a loss or after I don't know after maybe you got stopped out and then it went in your direction. There's always going to be something that like triggers you and you just have to I was going to say ignore it, but you don't ignore it, you just deal with it. And you just wait. You secured your payout? Yes, it got approved. Got approved this morning at 9:08, very early on in the day. 2 business days. Crazy. I thought it would take longer. Cause I was like, damn, like it's 20 payouts, but it took 2 business days. So there it is. And it says 4 days, but like it was the weekend. So you can't really count it. They took out the money. And then on their website, it says that it takes 3 to like 7 or 10 days for you to get your payout. I think it's only going to take 3 days because I'm in the US and I have Chase. If you have Chase, like you'll have a quick payout. How much did I make today? Like zero. I didn't trade. But I did call this out. I called it out. You could go back. All right, well, I think that's it for me. I've been chit chatting for a while. I didn't trade today. Tomorrow, I know. Where is it? Tomorrow we have Tuesday. Yeah, we have high impact 8:30 news, but it's not CPI. Yeah, CPI is on Friday, so I think this 8:30 news isn't gonna do too much unless it's like really bad news or something crazy. Other than that, though, there's basically no high impact news tomorrow except that 8:30, which I kind of don't have to worry about because I'm not gonna be trading at 8:30. Damn, US 30 looks like it's going higher. I already said, like, I hope US 30 goes down into more zones. That'll be good for me. If US 30 continues to go higher, it'll be a little bit harder to trade because I won't have too many zones. NASDAQ, though, if it goes up, I don't think I'll struggle too much because I'll have really good zones to look at. So that's good. Well, alright. 21 trading days, you definitely took your time. Oh, yeah. I said it from the beginning. I was like, this is a slow and steady type of thing. So I think when you do it slow and steady, it's more, you're more sure of it, you know? Like, it's harder to mess up if you take it slow. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're gonna keep trading, I mean, trade safe, trade smart, keep following your rules, and don't be on the charts all day. You're trading for freedom, not just money. So keep that in your mind. Don't be on the charts for hours. Learn to take a break.